Hi everyone, happy Monday. This is Vickie from your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Brisbane. Let me find you on Facey. Hi Jean, hi Renee. So I am a couple of minutes early, but I do want to get a few things still ready. So what I have done is I've punched out, hi Glenda, I've punched out all the die cuts in Wildflower Birthday Suite, and I've put them to the side, and I am trying to make, so these are all the card sketches that are in the annual catalogue, and I'm trying to make all these cards with this suite and see what we've come up with. So I've already made 3 or designed 3, so I can make them while we're talking, and then I need to design the rest. So I'm thinking that I should be able to get 2 out of each. A lot of die cuts, so that's why I separated it so that we've got a full sheet over here, like a full half pack, so that I didn't use 2 things on one card that I didn't really have. So once I design the cards, I can make 2 of each. So I'm just going to take these out whilst talking and waiting for everyone to arrive. Did we all have a good weekend? I had no power for half the day today. My bathroom renovation, the electrician was here, which was frustrating because it was so hot. And it just, like, the electrician did a bit of work, but you know, you can't see any evidence of the work. So it feels like today nothing happened. You know, and stuff, and you pay a lot of money for stuff that happens behind the walls that nobody sees. I want my tiles up, I want my toilet back. That's what I want. So this shouldn't take too long to pull these out. But I want to make as many cards as I can out of this. So there's 22 card templates on this, hi Megan, that I found on Pinterest, which is all the card templates from the annual catalogue. So I'm hoping we can do that. And then what I did with this sheet, hi Sharon, was I actually cut this sheet up into bits. So, because there's enough DSP. There. So I'm trying to do, I used to watch, and I still do every now and then, watch a whole heap of Christy Marcotte's videos where she's not Stampin' Up, but she'll do like a paper pad and make as many cards and have little leftovers, like not much left over. That's what I'm trying to do here, except she kind of designs her card layouts for the paper and to not have too much wastage, whereas I'm using the card layouts that are already in the catalogue. So I don't know how much wastage I'll have, but it is what it is. I just want to use this because I have so much paper that I want to make sure I turn it into cards and use it before I buy any more paper. And I was trying to work out, I was going to do it with the toadstool paper. Hi, Lisa. But I wanted to use a paper that I haven't used yet on Alive. So that's how I've chosen this. So the 6 colours that are on the back of the paper pad, I have got out in cardstock and inks. They're sitting beside me as well. And I have got a pack of gold because there is gold accents. So I have got a pack of gold. Megan, I got Hunter to empty this over the weekend. He thought it was easy as to empty, so I'm like, all right, that's a nice little treat for him to do. I am finding this is keeping my desk really clean though. Adrian came into my office today and he's like, what's happened? I can see white space. And I'm like, yeah, I had a bit of a clean up over the weekend, but yeah. So that can go there. So these are all the little bits and stuff. So that is the second pile. Now, this is the first card we made. So, hi Christina. So we're going to stick that over here. So that's this piece here. And it's this piece here, which I used with my punch to trim the edge of it. And then we can stick that on. And so I'm just going to stamp happy birthday directly on. So I'm using the stamp set that comes in this, which is birthday celebrations. And I've just inked this up in Old Olive. Hi, Anita. So we're going to pop that over there. This one is a nice simple card. Hi, Janice. Now, I'm going to stick this one on here. And then trim that off. And that can go in there for rubbish. All right, and then we've got the gems. And I've done the peach pie gems. So that is our first card. Did Hunter just open the top and empty it out? Yes, that's all he did. So I'm using these card templates, which I got off Pinterest, which are the card templates from the 24-25 catalogue. So this one is this one. So you can change it up a bit. I've just turned it around. So I've made that now. So there's 2 cards. Done. Now, this one. Now I have pre-die cut some things to speed it up a little bit. Now, some tips. When you're, because this gold foil paper is very expensive, so when you are using it for backing, you want to make sure that you cut things out of it so that you're not wasting any bits. So I just die cut things out of it. Now, when you die cut, if you use straight from your plate, you will get all these marks from this onto your gold paper, which shows up on your die cut pieces as well. But I don't have that on mine, because what I do is I stick, so you have your sandwich, and so plate, it's a little plate, this one, then you have this, then you have your die, and I'm just going to grab this die, so then you have that, and you're going to put that way, right? Then you shove a piece of cardstock, so you can always put, I was cutting that on the weekend with the heart dies and found the gold lifted. Oh, I haven't done any of that just yet, but yes, the stamp set doesn't have a cake, which is a bit of a shame. So then you stick, I've got just a piece of Whisper White or basic white. You can use copy paper, but I do find white works better. Stick that on, then you stick this on, and then you die cut, so that then you don't get crappy marks all over your gold foil. Okay, because it really scratches and marks up, and so it, you see the marks from your plates on there. So, and then that way we're just going to trim. Hi, Tammy. Just going to trim that a little bit. Because that was a little bit crooked. So this can go on that. So plates are supposed, yes, no, plates are supposed to have marks on them, Christina, and you will eventually have to replace them. So then I've got my die cut here. They will crack and make noise and marks. So these are mine. And then these are my little ones for my mini one. And see how that's cracked there? They will eventually crack all the way through, and this will snap. That's why these are replaceable. So you can buy replacement plates. You're obviously not meant to do this straight away, but this is after ages and ages of use, but they will crack. It's quite daunting when you first get a machine and then you use it, because it makes an awful noise initially. And yeah, it does sound like you've broken it or that you've done something wrong. So we're just going to stick that down. On there. I was using the circle die and I cut a circle and I thought I did it wrong. No, the plates will mark. They will mark. Okay, so we're going to stamp for you on here, because they've given us these tags, but these tags do not fit happy birthday on them, which is in the stamp set. Like, the birthday is so big, just doesn't fit, which is a little bit annoying, but anyway. So I'm going to stamp you first. And then put 4. And we're going to put dimensionals on that. Oops. Oh. And we're putting that on here, And I'm sticking this on before I stick it on the backing because I want to cut all these bits off so that they're nice. That can go on the big piece, so. And see, no one knows that we've cut bits out of the back except for you. And then that way we get the most out of our cardstock because that stuff is expensive, the gold foiling. Because you only get 2 sheets in each pack. So you want to make the most of it. Hi, Sue. All right, and then we've got the pink dots. So there's our next 2 cards. That's all right. There's our next 2 cards. And this one is this, which I've just done this way and changed it a little bit because I changed the banner around because I didn't like it coming over this side. So just because you've got a template doesn't mean you have to copy it. You can change it, but that's what I used for that template. So there's our next 2 cards. And then this one. So I've done the same thing with this backing piece as well. I've cut a circle out of it. If you are designing your cards beforehand, you would probably have more of an idea of what die cuts you might want out of them. I'm kind of looking at these templates going, there's a lot of circles that I need and things like that. So I'm just kind of guessing of what would come out of them. But other than that, you might just want to cut shapes. Hi, Kerry. That you use on a regular basis and things like that, so that you're just not wasting the stuff behind here. So put these in order. That's all right. I had pre-designed these 3 cards so that I had something to work with. But so I've raced through them, but we're going to try and make some more. Because I really want to see whether I can make the 22. It probably won't happen tonight, but we can try. Thanks for sharing, Kerry. All right, so then this one goes on the card base. And then we've got this piece that we're going to do dimensionals. Now, this is a pretty big piece, so you will want more than 4 dimensionals to make sure that it doesn't sink. Megan will be pleased with 9 dimensionals. All right, so that can be on there. Now we need to stamp, and we're going to stamp in Blueberry Bushel. I know, right? 9 on new record, and we're going to stamp Make-A-Wish. Now, I want to make this as small as possible because it's humongous sentiment. So those ladies doing the February class, my Stampin' Up order arrived today. So I should be able to post that probably Wednesday. I don't know that I'll get to the post office tomorrow because Hunter has squad. So I have to pick him up from school, no after school care tomorrow. So, and then the ribbon that comes with this suite is this, what's it called? Gold open weave ribbon or something it's called. So it's quite nice to tie bow in. It is quite big, but you can kind of scrunch it. Oh. Scrunch it up and not take up too much. So then I'm going to get my ribbon scissors. I'll be buying a few of those. This ribbon. This is the Wildflower Birthday Suite. It's in the mini catalogue. So during celebration, any order that you place over $100, you get to choose a free item out of the celebration catalogue. I'm pretty sure this suite ends up being over $100, but I didn't check that before I started. So I'm just going to pop that over there in the corner. So this is on page 43 and 44. And so the whole suite is $129. And in the suite you get the stamps, the dies, the gems, the ribbon, and the paper. So you get 2 sheets of the die cut, which is, so all I've used is the paper and then cardstock. And then all I've added tonight that you don't get in the suite is I've added a pack of the gold foil sheets. And I think these are like $8.75 for a pack, and you get 2 sheets of gold in there. Look at me go, Megan. I haven't even had to ask my assistant. Cleaned up and found a catalogue. So there we go. So that is then the 3rd card in today's suite, and that was this one here. Okay, so let's try. That's all the cards I've got prepared, but we're going to make some more because you know me. Your assistant was looking it up. That's all right. Thank you, Megan. So I need, now that I've shown you these, I kind of want a bigger cross through them so that I've done that, done that, done that. And I'll just print this again. I think so. And just because there's circles on here and things. Oh, look at that. I even got the gold foil amount right. $8.75. Look at that. Okay, so I think, and I've used this card sketch before, so I really like it. Let's move them to the side. What paper are we going to use? And all this paper has gold trim on it. So I'm going to use, I think we want it this way. Let's do 3 inches. So these card sketches don't have measurements on them. I just kind of wing it. But I know some people like to have measurements. And there is a scrapbooking kit. You are right, Megan. I haven't used the scrapbooking kit at this point in time. It is just this. So what is this? Is that soft sea foam, do you think? That is not soft sea foam. Oh, it'd be pool party. Pool party. There we go. So I have been trying to do 2 cards at once. What did I cut that to? So then we want some strips over here. That is that length. And oh, I hit my elbow. We want 1, 2, 3, 4. So that goes over there. So that's that. Now, so that is the piece underneath. So in my head, this is working like that, and these strips are on the outside of that, framing that so it looks like that. So now we need the circles. So we'll need a circle for the sentiment, and circle punches that we have available are 1 3/4, 2 3/8, and 2 inches. So then we want some papers. I do like this. So whatever I punch out, we're going to do 2 because we're going to do 2 of the same cards. Am I going to add pink? I think I want to add pink. Add a colour in. And okay, then we can add a gold piece as well. You only want to do a little gold piece. And I cut that out of this scrap, yep. So you can have different colour circles, or different size circles as well, obviously. And this piece doesn't quite get a full circle, but that's all right because we'll hide that. So don't stress. And then a big one of this. Oh, where's the big one? Here, this one. All right. That is done. Oh, I like that check too. Now, on this pink, I think is where we'll need to stamp our sentiment. And are we going to be able to stamp in? What other colours are on this paper? I think we might stamp in the blue, the dark blue again. And I'm going to stamp Make-A-Wish. And the best thing about stamping on circles is that you can't stamp crooked, because you just keep turning the circle around until it's straight. So I do like that. We need 2 card bases. I've got blue ink everywhere though. And then so we'll move that so we can cover it. And there it is again. I told you I've got it everywhere. Make sure that's covered there. And 1, 2, 3. Now, is that going to be too big? I might trim that down 1/4 inch. It's too big. And so this is how I kind of work out my, maybe I'll do 1/2 inch. My sizing. Kind of cut it out and see what you want, and then you can change it. But you can't add it back on. So, or unless you cut another piece, right? Where's the other piece of gold? Is somebody seeing something that I'm not? I cut 4 bits of gold. Did I drop it? Not that I've seen. All right, let's try and put this together. And I might find it. So what you want is to stick these pieces evenly. So you want to make sure that your adhesive is right near the edge so that that's going to stick. Is it under my trimmer? It got taken away with my trimmer. Thank you, Janice. Great guess. Okay, and then that can go on there. Now this one, same deal. I cannot believe we're in the middle of February. This year is flying by. So then that gets stuck on as well. And then it's just a matter of making these kind of work where you want them to work. So they can look like that. And then when you stick them down, you can stick some down flat, some down up. Popped up. And I think we're going to do a ribbon on this as well. So has anyone else got this sweet? It was one of my first purchases. It's exactly what I wanted pre-order. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to play with that. And I'm going to do this, this, and this. And it is now, so I bought this in November. It is now February. And this is the first time I'm playing with it. So I really like this card layout. Lisa, you might recognize, I think one of the Christmas cards that we did for one of the Sip and Stamp events, it was based off this card layout. 36 coffee cups, mini coffee cups along with you. Nice. So I've used this layout quite a few times. And I just kind of play with where things go and what you might. So I really like the gold accents on the paper because you pay extra for it, so I want to make sure I use it. But you might like the other side of the paper and show that as well. And so we're going to pop up the sentiment. So I think this is a bit of an alternative to, like I know Brandy Cox would do 10 cards in 20 minutes, but they're all the same card. And yes, it uses the paper or your stamp set or whatever, which is great, but unless you've got a business or something, you often don't need 10 cards of the same thing. So this is a bit of an alternative that I'm making 2 cards. So you can give one away and keep one. But using card sketches, and then they're all slightly different, but using the same materials. So it's not like you need thousands of bits or anything like that. Because like these one sheet wonders are amazing, right? Where people make, I made 12 cards out of the one sheet of paper. Okay, that's fabulous, but I have 10,000 sheets of paper. I don't actually need to make 12 by 10,000 because I don't have enough people to give that many cards to. So I'm quite happy only making 2 or 3 cards out of a sheet of DSP because I have so much of it, I'm never going to use it in my lifetime. I've stuck that on there. So these are going to be Pool Party. Then they're nice. Where did that go? It's stuck to my leg. So I surely can't be the only one that has 10,000 sheets of DSP. This is why I made 3D items with free paper. Yes. Megan, yes. We all need to use our paper. So there's another 2 cards made. And that is this. That one done. So what time? We've got 20 minutes for my hour is up. We need to use some more of these die cut pieces. Oh, thanks, Glenda. So we've got cake. We've got this big floral piece, and there was quite some cupcakes. Oh, and there's some balloons. They're a monster size as well. And that cake. Okay, oh, there's another cupcake. Now I thought there was 3 cupcakes because I'm a bit OCD and need... There it is, 3rd one. There's another floral image and another cake. So I kind of want to do them on a card together. So what is going to work? I'm obviously drawn to sparkle as I buy all the DSP with the gold through it. I like it too. So I think that works. Dun, dun, dun. What can we do? See, this one here would look good with the big floral image or something like that, because that can just go on there and then you stick sentiment. That's what we'll do. That's not the piece I wanted to make, but we will do that. And did you give a bathroom update? I did. I had no power for most of the day today. And not much happened because the builder broke his saw and the electrician came. So am I happy? No. No, I'm not. But apparently I have high expectations. And a lot actually got done today. It's just you can't see it because it's behind the walls and the seams and everything else. So we're going to use Peach Pie because we've not used that colour yet. I asked, and I thought I was being very nice and considerate by asking, will I see tiles this week? And I was pretty much laughed at, saying, no tiles this week. I'm like, okay. So, unfortunate. But anyway, so we want that. Then we want some DSP. We don't really have too much DSP that goes with that colour, but that's all right. We don't want to compete too much. That's a bit contrasty. I think that's a bit better. I don't want... Yes, much too hot for no power today, I can tell you. Yes, 3 by 4, maybe. Let's try that. But sharing one bathroom and sharing one toilet, and I know, like, we did it for 15 years, right? So I sound like a princess, but is that 4 by 4? Yeah, stupid. So I sound like a princess, but I'm really not, because for 15 years I did share a bathroom and only had one bathroom. But I'm over it already. I have got the last couple of years used to having 2 bathrooms and 2 toilets, and I'm just not happy. So then we need a white piece, which, how big is this? Maybe it will have to be 3.5 by 4. No, that's too wide. 3.25. So he did originally say 3 to 4 weeks. We are where this is the commencement of week 2, so you know, it's not the end of the world. Oh, I like that. Like that. Why aren't we seeing any of that? Oh, because I've covered it over with that. Okay. I want to see that poking up the top there. We need this other excessively large image over here. All right. Now we need, I don't know what pile that came from. Some white strips to do the sentiment. Now, what sentiment are we going to have? I haven't really used the dies yet, probably because I'm making a lot of cards. I don't want to make too much. We could do hooray, do you think? How big? Hooray is 2 inches by 1 and a bit. Okay. What's that? We can do that. Oh, I don't think I stamped that wide enough. Do you? Because looking at the wrong thing. Oh no, that'll fit on there. Right. We want, I need to clean my stamps. And what colour do you think we should stamp in? We haven't stamped in Pretty Pink. Let's stamp in Pretty Pink. I do like pink. So let's take that off. I probably should have been stamping these back. I'll just stick these in here because I don't know where they all go. Blueberry or Old Olive? Blue, okay. Everyone's saying blue. Peach pie. No one likes the pink. That's a shame. I do like the blue too. Don't get me wrong. So blue, what did I say we were going to stamp? Hooray. So when you stamp, if you're going to use the back of this case to stick all your stamps on, you still need to keep this bit so that you can cover that, especially if you are like me and you keep your dies in your case. Otherwise, then all these stick to your dies. Just FYI. Okay, hooray, hooray. We can definitely trim that down a bit. This blue ink does smudge a bit though. That one's better. Let's try that smudged. Let's try this over here. Oh, that's... Clean that off before it ends up anywhere else. Because I've got it everywhere. And it annoys me because my husband comes in and takes stuff out of my office, but then doesn't replace it. And so I don't have my wipes in here to clean my hands. Hooray. I think I want a peach pie border. So whatever size that is. Hi, Marie. Let's just stick these on here, shall we? Let's just do that. This is how my mum does things. It drives me batshit. Like, she doesn't measure anything. She does this instead. Even for card bases. But it works in some cases. Okay, there we go. That one. That one. Now we need 2 card bases. Now, I was very ambitious thinking I was going to get through all 22 of these card bases or card layouts. So, and we're not going to. Do you want to continue next week and do the rest with the same suite and continue on, or do you want something else? Because if we want something else, then I can come up with something else. If not, I can continue these next week, because I will probably finish these. Well, I would aim to finish these myself. But do we want to see me finish them and talk my way through it? That's all right, Marie. Or do we want to see something else? And then continue on. Okay, there's one vote for continuing on. We're going to pop the flowers up. Do the same, yes. Continue on, right. Well, that means I don't have to come up with anything new, so I'm loving that, ladies. Loving it. I'm happy to watch the rest. Excellent. All right, well, we will do that. Because I know when Kirsty or Christy Marcotte does it, it's like 4 hours worth of video, and then she speeds it up so that it is like 4 or 5 times the speed, and she comes down to so that anything she uploads is only about an hour. But she also often does like 48 card bases or 48 things. I'm gonna stick that there because I like to see that bow. I'm only planning on trying to get 22 out of here, but which will end up being 44 because I'm doing 2 of each card. Oh. Oh, I do like that. Could have probably embossed the background of that as well, given it a little bit more something. But that's okay. Not everyone has die cuts or embossing. So this shows that you don't need it in all instances. All right, so this uses one of the excessively big images. Also does need a lot of die cuts to pop it up, dimensionals to pop it up. All right, nearly done. So stick that one there. there, and we need some gems because we need to finish everything off with gems. And I think we might use these ones. Right, so I have a right raw mess here, but we did make how many cards? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We made 10 cards. Can you see all them? Using, so that was, what one did we just do? This, which was this. So we have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so 10 cards, and we've used 5 of the card sketches. So we've got all the rest to do. So I wasn't going to make this card until last because this will use all the scraps and things. So you want to make sure, and same with this, could use little different pieces and stuff like that. So if you are doing something like this, you want to make sure that you do things like that last, because you don't want to be cutting full sheets of paper to get strips like that. Wait until you've got your scraps and then work that out. You want all these bigger pieces done first. Same with these ripped pieces down here. Do all that last. So that's why I'm like, oh, which you don't want to do them in order or anything like that. You kind of work your way around and do these little scrappy pieces last. But I will continue this next week. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more prepped so that I can get the other ones done, because we essentially only got 5 templates done, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 left to do. I don't really want to carry it over for a third video, but if I prep more, then we should be able to get them done. So thank you everyone for joining. Hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.